Welcome students to the class of Physical Pharmaceutics. Today we are going to discuss chapter Solubility of Drugs, under which we are going to discuss a bit called solubility expressions. But before understanding solubility expressions, we will understand the definition of solubility. The definition of solubility is as follows. Solubility is defined as concentration of solute in a saturated solution at a certain temperature. While looking at the term concentration of solute, we can understand that solubility is a quantitative phenomenon. It depends upon the quantity of solute in a solution. Then the term saturated solution. We need to understand what is meant by saturated solution. So suppose we take a particular solute and started adding it to a particular solvent. It will get dissolved. If we add more and more solute to that solvent, at a particular point, the excess solute will not get dissolved. It will get precipitated at the bottom of the container. So at that time, the stage is reached where the solution becomes saturated with the concentration of solute. So the solubility is nothing but the concentration of solute in saturated solution, that is highest possible dissolved concentration of solute in the solution. But there is one more condition in this definition, that at a certain temperature. The condition of temperature is important because temperature definitely affects the solubility. We can, in day-to-day life, we can observe this example that while making tea, if you add sugar to water, if the water is having normal temperature, it will not readily dissolve. But if we increase the temperature of that water or we warm that water, the sugar will get dissolved. So definitely the temperature is affecting the solubility of particular solute. So the definition includes the concentration of solute and saturation level of solution and at particular temperature. If we observe the solubility of various substances in official books or even drug molecules like paracetamol or any other boric acid, you will find a particular value. But that value is definitely considered or presumed at a temperature that is a room temperature, 25 degrees Celsius. So whenever you say the solubility of particular substance is this, the presumption is that that solubility has been considered at the room temperature, that is 25 degrees Celsius. Next is solubility expressions. So what is solubility expressions? So we have understood from the definition that solubility is a quantitative phenomenon. That is, the amount of solute decides or determines the solubility of a particular solute. So how this amount or how this quantity is expressed in solubility? You can say the substance is soluble or insoluble. But when it comes to solubility, you have to compare one solute with another solute. You can use the terminology that this solute is more soluble than this particular solute. So you can add adjectives like very soluble, that is more soluble. But these adjectives are not mere words. They are having some basic in official books like United States of Pharmacopoeia or Indian Pharmacopoeia. If we look at these words, that is very soluble, freely soluble, soluble, sparingly soluble, slightly soluble, very slightly soluble and insoluble. While reading various books or various articles, papers, you may come across these words, very soluble, freely soluble. These are not just adjectives merely used or randomly used while expressing the solubility. They have some particular background which is explained in the official books like Indian Pharmacopoeia or United States Pharmacopoeia. So how it is expressed? It is expressed in its solubility in the parts of solvent required for one part of solute. So when we say the substance or solute is very soluble, then definitely that solute is required less than one part of solvent for its dissolution. For example, substance is 1 milligram. 1 milligram of substance is there and it is requiring less than 1 ml of solvent, then we can say that it is very soluble solute, or the solubility of that solute in that solvent is very soluble. If we take 1 milligram of particular solute and we require 1 to 10 ml of that solvent, particular solvent, to dissolve that solute, then we can say that it is a freely soluble solute. Similarly, if it requires 10 to 30 parts of solvent, means 1 milligram requires 10 ml to 30 ml of solvent to dissolve, then it is soluble. If it requires 30 to 100 parts of solvent, then it is sparingly soluble, and if it requires 100 to 1000 parts of solvent, it is called as slightly soluble, and if it requires 1000 to 10,000 parts, then it is very slightly soluble. And lastly, when it requires more than 10,000 parts of solvent, then it is insoluble. Means 1 milligram of substance or particular solute we are going to add in a particular solvent which is 10,000 ml. Still it is not going to dissolve, then practically, or we can say it is insoluble solute. So in this way the solubility is expressed. So whenever you came across these words in official books or articles, then don't get confused that these are just adjectives used for solubility. They are having meanings. That very soluble is means this much part of solvent is required. Freely soluble means this much part of solvent is required. So the solubility is expressed in this way while explaining the quantification of particular solubility. Some other solubility expressions are also there. Not only these words that very soluble, soluble are used. So what are other solubility expressions? You might have come across these expressions you have been using. The first expression is molarity. So what is molarity? It is moles of, means gram molecular weights of a solute in 1 liter of particular solvent or solution. So it depends upon the molecular weight of a particular solute, and that much grams of molecular weight of substance is dissolved in 1 liter, then it is called as 1 molar solution. Then second expression is molality. Molality means moles of solute in 1000 gram of solvent. Instead of ml, it is gram. Instead of volume, the weight is considered of solvent, then the terminology becomes as a molality. So the difference is in molarity the solvent is taken in volume, and in molality the solvent is taken in grams or weight. Then next terminology is expression is normality. Normality is again gram equivalent weight solute in 1 liter of solution. It is same like molarity, but what is the difference between molarity and normality? In normality, this gram equivalent weight in 1 liter of solute is divided by the dissociation of ions. Suppose, for example, if we have to calculate molarity and normality of NaOH, it will be same because NaOH is producing only one ion, that is OH minus ion. So here we will take molarity and normality is the same, only depends the normality changes when the dissociation of particular substance changes. If the substance is having more than one ion form, then it will be divided by that particular digit. Next is mole fraction. Mole fraction is ratio of moles of solute to the moles of solvent, means solute and solvent ratio. The ratio of solute to solute and solvent together ratio is called as mole fraction. Percentage by weight is one more terminology in which gram of solute in 100 gram of solution is considered. In percentage of volume, the ml of solute in 100 ml of solution is considered, and in case percentage weight by volume, grams of solute in 100 ml of solution is considered. You can see symbols of this in which you can understand that percentage weight by weight, W by W is there, volume by volume is there, and weight by volume, that is W by V is there. You have come across this terminology earlier. Also you have seen these symbols of molarity, M capital or C small, molality small m, then normality capital N, and mole fraction X. So these are some of the other expressions of solubility. Means the solubility not only expressed as soluble, very soluble, slightly soluble, but it can be expressed in molarity, molality, or these parameters also. So these are the ways of expressing solubility. As solubility is a quantitative phenomena, it may be expressed in various ways, but you may understand that in whichever kind of solubility is expressed, you must understand how to understand the concentration of solute in that particular solution. Thank you.